Okay, so we're back with a new Select 15 for you guys. This one is inspired by a question asked by Angus Lee, and that is it possible to make a team that hasn't given away any penalties? So I did a bit of digging, and it is just about possible at the moment to pick that team. So we have the Squeeky Clean 15 for you today. If you guys have any more ideas for 15s that we can pick based on the stats, let me know. I'll do the research and we'll see if it's possible or not to actually pick a team. This one was fairly difficult, I have to say. It's based on the stats as well from the first 4 rounds of the Six Nations, and it may not be possible by the end of the tournament to pick a team this way, depending on who picks up penalties in the final round. But the rules, so pick players in correct position. So that was a bit of a sticky point for this one. There's not much depth in terms of squeaky clean players for certain positions, but we were able to pick a team. And this means no switching, say, tight head and loose head props, or tight head, loose head locks, switching around, the back row, picking 2 inside centers or 2 left wings, or moving full back onto the wings, or anything like that. They've got to be picked in the positions that they've played at least some time during the Six Nations. So it meant for this team, especially looking at where players, when they come onto the field, actually played for the teams. Also have to pick the player who has not conceded a penalty with the highest minutes played in each position. So if there were, a number of players in the same position that hadn't conceded a penalty, then the tiebreaker was whoever played the highest minutes. I will say before we get into the team as well, there's only one player so far in the Six Nations this year who's played every single minute and who hasn't given away a penalty. So maybe if you want to maybe guess who that is before it's revealed in the team, maybe have a guess on that. As I said, you can also post down below any suggestions you have for other Select 15s that we can make. But now let's get into our team. So we're going to start, as always, with our forward pack. So first of all, we have Cyril Bay from France, who's played 231 minutes. At hooker is Dan Sheehan, 115 minutes for Ireland. And the front row is completed with Tom O'Toole, 97 minutes from the bench for Ireland at tight head prop. Into our second row next, we have Eduardo Yachizi with 54 minutes off the bench from Italy, and Johnny Gray with 180 minutes for Scotland. Onto then the back row, we have Jack Morgan, 192 minutes for Wales, and Sekou MacLeod, 65 minutes for France. And then at number 8, we have Alex Dombrandt, 265 minutes for England. So getting a bit of stick recently after that French game, but he still hasn't given away a penalty after playing most of the tournament at 8 for England. Into the backs now. So at 9, we have Ben White, 243 minutes for Scotland with no penalty conceded. Owen Farrell, 274 minutes for England with no penalty conceded. So he is doing some things right, the Six Nations. Then Tommaso Menoncello, 297 minutes for Italy. He's been fantastic this season. Hugh Jones, another great centre, 316 minutes for Scotland. Again, almost every one of these teams is throwing up fantastic centre pairings. Back 3 then, Kyle Steyn, 309 minutes for Scotland. And then on the right wing, Damien Penaud, 320 minutes for France. He's the player who's played every single minute and hasn't conceded a penalty. And then at fullback, we have Blair Kinghorn, 107 minutes for Scotland. So that's our team there. A lot of Scots in the team. So a lot of them kind of, not going over the line. Let's have a recap now of the team. So at 1, we have Cyril Bay of France, 231 minutes. 2, Dan Sheehan, 115 for Ireland. 3, Tom O'Toole, 97 for Ireland. 4, Eduardo Iachizzi, 54 for Italy. 5, Johnny Gray, 180 for Scotland. 6, Jack Morgan, 192 for Wales. 7, Siku MacLeod, 65 for France. 8, Alex Dombrandt, 265 for England. 9, Ben White, 243 for Scotland. 10, Owen Farrell, 274 for England. 11, Kyle Steyn, 309 for Scotland. 12, Tommaso Menoncello, 297 for Italy. 13, Hugh Jones, 316 for Scotland. 14, Damien Penaud, 320 for France. And finally, Blair Kinghorn at 15, 107 minutes for Scotland. So far, there have been a total of 59 players who played some minutes. So I think the lowest is 2 is Jack Crowley. But there are 59 players who've at least made an appearance and haven't conceded a penalty. Of those, then, 35 of them have played 40 plus minutes and 25 of them have played 80 plus minutes. So that player pool will probably shrink as we go into after the final round, unless some team makes a ton of changes and none of those players concede penalties. But that's our team for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back with some more teams, probably one or two more teams this week. We'll do more teams after the tournament, including a team of the tournament as well. And I'll have Six Nations news for you tomorrow too.